Greetings, greetings. Hope everybody is well, and I hope that you are swell. Today, we have a very special guest. We have the one, the only Lynxi. Hi, Lynxi, you okay?
Yeah, we're good. Hello, hello. Thanks for having me here.
Honestly, we've been so excited to have you on. We really have. And you are our first female guest as well. So,
Go.
yeah, let's get in there. So we're hitting milestones today, which is amazing. So obviously, just in case for the people that's watching that may not know who you are or live under a rock, um, would you like to give yourself a little introduction?
Yeah, of course. Hi, I'm Lynxi. I've been playing the game since 2018. I'm primarily known as Twins main. Like, I was #1 Twins in the world. I've done some crazy snipes. That's kind of my main thing. But I play other killers. I've played a lot of Survivor, but Twins is kind of what I'm known for the most part.
Amazing. Well, the burning question is, how did you actually become a Twins main? You've probably been asked this 1,000 times, so I do apologize. But for me, I've tried to main Twins back in the day when I first started. Um, I just couldn't get on with it. I wasn't very good, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, so it's a little bit of a funny story. It's actually an accident. I didn't
Oh right.
it was okay, it was not love at first sight. It wasn't anything like that. I always thought Victor was quite funny. They came out in December and they obviously with every new killer you get an adept achievement. So and I wanted to 100% my DBD. So I tried to get the Twins Adept and it's bugged. So I had to keep playing them and playing them to try and get this Adept achievement. And I feel as though after 10 times I played them, I was like, okay, I actually think I'm kind of getting the hang of this killer and seeing there's a little bit more to them than at first sight. So that's pretty much it. I just kept playing them. I like hit a few snipes and I really started to get the strategy and everything with them. So yeah, it felt very different to everything else. I really had to focus and use a lot more of my brain compared to other killers. Yeah.
Oh, fair play. I think I can remember I think the first time I ever saw your content, there was a clip, and I can't remember if it was on YouTube or TikTok. You hit an absolutely crazy snipe on Thompson House off the sort of the balcony aspect, and
Oh,
because
yeah, yeah, it's all right.
you had yeah you had well it was crazy for me because you had the one survivor running, so you had to sort of predict where they were going to be, and
Hmm.
yeah, it was pinpoint accuracy. I was like, oh, fair play.
Thank you.
um,
Yeah, I usually the hardest ones on Eerie. I would say Eerie Crows. Those are really difficult. Yeah.
me and Metal's got some history with our map.
Oh yeah, I
It's not
hate it.
our
I hate it.
personal favorite.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Metal's
it's
quite passionate.
Mm, I despise them, especially being
Yeah.
like a hunter's main. I used to be a hunter's main, and like what used to warm me up is those little sticks in the ground. They used to block your hatchets and that, and it peed me off a lot, and I
I've hit
despise
I've
that
hit
map.
I've hit some of those as Victor, but you die. At least with hunters, you can throw them at you.
Yeah,
You just die as Victor. And it
yeah, that's
hurts.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now Metal does have, from what my basic knowledge, he does have a very burning question. Now, Lynx, I don't know if you're
Okay.
prepared for this.
Okay.
Metal, I'll let you take it away, mate.
Yeah, this is probably the most important question of the episode. Do you like pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
I've not tried it, but I don't really like fruit texture with pizza, or like with like savory stuff. It's like
Mm.
juicy, and I don't like sweet corn on pizza because of the texture. So I don't think I like pineapple. No.
Mm.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Am I getting kicked off? Was that the
No,
correct
no,
answer?
no, no,
No,
no.
no.
For me, it's the correct answer. I don't do
Yeah. Okay.
pineapple on pizza. But we've had so King and Paulie actually don't mind it. Metal, you like it, don't you?
Yeah, I like so a bit like chili. If you put like some little chili sauce or chili peppers in it, I'll find it really, really nice. So
Yeah, I don't. I can't. I don't understand why you put fruit on something that's hot. I.
Yeah,
But
it's a texture difference to me. It's like wet and juicy with this. Yeah, no, 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 no. I'm a hammer
yeah.
mushroom. Hammer mushrooms my go-to.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do like a
yeah.
bit of pepperoni as well. But
Mm.
when I say like putting fruit on something hot, I do like applesauce on a roast dinner.
I've never tried it. Honestly, I've never
I
seen
like it.
applesauce in the UK. Never.
Yeah, no, I got it from my grandmother. She just dolloped it on my dish, and obviously it was back then where if you didn't eat all your food, you'd be practically grounded. So I had to eat all my food to be big and strong. And now look at me. Um, but, but yeah, yeah, I am quite partial to it. Well, I do have a question for you, Lynxi. So I
Okay.
asked King and Paulie this. So you've been dragged into the entity's realm. Okay. Now, the entity
Okay.
is feeling very generous, and they have offered you the chance to pair up with your own like Swift. You can either bring in other content creators or survivors from the realm. Who would you like to be by your side, and why?
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sure. I mean, I probably would do content creators. I think Hens is insane at the game. Hens 33
Yeah,
is just he's very, very good. I think Aaron is very good. I played against Aaron in a DVD mobile tournament, and that was evil. He is evil. He's very, very good at Survivor. Um, Probably like JRM as well, or Classed. They're all very, very good Survivor players. So I probably
yeah,
pick some of those. And again, I've played against some of them, and they are as evil as you can imagine. Crazy,
yeah. I
crazy
played
good.
against I played against Class once. I didn't know it was Class until I saw a YouTube video. I was like, "Hang on, I'm the killer in this." Playing as only on it wasn't it's one of the Colwyn maps, the smaller one. I can never remember what it's called. Um,
Farm? No, Cowshed. No, not Cowshed.
it's the
Small.
one that's got Shack right in the middle, and that's it. It's just got
Oh,
tiles
Oh,
all
Rotten
around the
Fields.
edges.
Rotten,
That's
yeah.
it.
yeah, Rotten
There
Fields.
we
I
go.
get a point. I got it first.
Yeah, I went up against Classed on there, and I got absolutely shat on.
He's
Yeah,
very good, yeah.
he's something else. Now, the king and Paulie had a different perspective. They thought it would be evil to drag other actual people in. Now, for me, I have to bring Metal in because if I'm going to suffer, he's going to suffer with me. But I would probably pick Metal, Leon S. Kennedy if I had to bring because I'm a massive Leon fan, and probably Ada, and then Claire or Jill, so they can protect me and I can just hide in the corner and
Yeah,
just wait
yeah.
until all the gins are popped. That's
Smart.
probably what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Metal, has your opinion changed, obviously, since the new Survivors?
Obviously, I'm a massive Resident Evil fan, but I'm going to change mine up because
Oh,
I'm going to bring in Jeff. Because me and Jeff, apart from obviously I'm missing the top part, but we sort of trick the kid and me and Jeff.
let's put a
Uh,
wig on me.
if I had to lend one. Who would I bring? Dwight, because he's a classic, and he just bring Dwight, and I can hug in a locker with him or something. And who else? Let's go Ace for a bit of luck, because you're gonna need it in there, so we'll bring Ace with us.
Fair enough. Now, Lynxi, the entity is feeling extremely generous. The entity has given you the option to pick your own killer to go up against. So, who would
Oh,
you like to go up against and why?
oh my goodness. Okay, I have to think. There's so many killers in the game now, isn't there? I have to like think. Probably a slow killer, because then you can they're easier to outrun. I don't want to do Huntress. I don't think I really want to do Death Singer. I think maybe Hag, but she's kind of terrifying. I think she's one of the scariest killers in appearance,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, yeah. Is there any other 110 killers I'm forgetting? It's just those three. Is that the only three there is? I'm missing
King
somebody.
had a really interesting response to the point where
Okay.
it broke me. So he said the Legion, and I was like, "Oh, why?" He said, "Well, I feel like we could physically take on the killer. We just pin him down and bully him." I was like, "All right, fair enough."
Yeah. Well, maybe if I did Hag, then we could also beat her up. She's pretty small. Like, I don't know, all she does is hit you with a finger. Like, she doesn't have
Yeah,
like a sharp weapon. She just has a really sharp nail. So I
yeah,
yeah.
that is
Got
true.
Hag
Because
then.
it's always bothered me that without because when you go up against any other killer other than Trickster or Huntress, in the lockers, there's always hatchets in there regardless. Why can't you just grab a hatchet and just attack the killer? That's what I would do if I was in there.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Um. So obviously, with the new releases now, with obviously FNAF, for example, that's the most recent release, actual release anyway. Do you have any sort of opinions around it?
I played the first game. I think it's cool. I think it's it was a fun horror game. I think the characters are very bright and colorful, but I don't have any like emotional connection to the
Yeah.
franchise. But I think it's really smart they got it into DVD. People are very excited. It's see the reception from it is insane. Um, yeah, I think it's cool. I'm happy for people that are happy about it. I think the killer, like how they did the killer, was perfect. It's like compared to Ghoul. No hate on Ghoul players, but I just feel like he's a lot more enjoyable to go against and play as. It's more skill there
Yeah.
and more depth, and they try something different with the doors, and I think it's great. Like I've been liking the last year of releases in general. Honestly, I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like with Kaneki, when he first, so obviously me and Metal, well, I streamed the PTB and Metal was my guinea pig basically, and Kaneki is just so strong, just straight off release. His map pressure was insane, and my main bug with Kaneki is how he disrupts the survivor's movement when he latches on. It just feels unnatural to a certain degree because he can just stops he can just stop a survivor, and his auto aim with well, not the auto aim, sorry, the sort of leniency where you can latch on, I think it's very, very lenient. I think if they sort of nailed it to like a Huntress, for example, where you have to get it pinpoint to a certain degree, I think it would bring just a little bit more skill to Kaneki. But no, I agree with is it Freddy? Is that the
Yeah,
killer's
Freddy.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think again, there's a lot of skill with his axe. You can do some crazy stuff, especially around like smaller loops. I do find the hitbox for it a little bit lenient as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Um,
Yeah, he's definitely pretty power creep compared to other killers. Don't get me wrong. Compared to like poor old Deathslinger, like 110 in his range.
yeah,
But it's kind of just what happens with games as they go on. Um, but I think it was good. I was actually going to talk a little bit about Kaneki. I'm actually a big Tokyo Ghoul fan. I really
okay,
liked
okay.
it. Yeah, I read the manga every month. I kept very up to date with it. I really like Kaneki as a character. And I don't like him being a killer in DVD because it doesn't make sense. And people were really mad at me. But in the series, he's a very very sweet person. He's very like he's very how do you put this? Like he doesn't want to kill humans. He doesn't want to kill people. He's very strong about that. That's like a lot of his character. I don't know. So Kaneki, I always do Rize. I never play Kaneki just because it feels so wrong to me.
Because I've never seen the Ghoul. I've never read about the manga, but I know Metal. You've read them.
Yeah, I've read the manga. Yeah, it was the first manga I ever read was Tokyo Ghoul, and
Yeah, do you
Well,
agree with me, Metal? How I
yeah,
feel
like
about it?
yeah, because right at the beginning of the manga, obviously he's not like, when he first actually sort of gets, because what happens, he gets in an accident because a ghoul attacks him, if I remember correctly, and
He goes on a date.
yeah, he goes
Goes
on
on
a
a date.
date. That's it. It's been a couple of years since I've
Yeah,
read it, so I'm
it's
just not.
Rize. Rize's the girl he went on a
Yeah,
date
that's
with.
it. And like
Yeah.
when because what happens, he gets transported like all different organs from the actual ghoul. So he's like half ghoul and half because he's constantly fighting both the ghoul side and his own side, trying to fighting each other. And he don't want to actually because they eat people, so he don't want to do it. But obviously the ghoul side of him's getting him to do it. So he's constantly fighting him. But it does make sense that he doesn't really want to kill people.
Yeah, he only kills bad people.
Yeah,
The thing is, as well, I said on the counterpoint, the part of the story they took him from, he like, I even went back and read it because people were disagreeing with me. The part of the story took him from, it's a very iconic scene, but it doesn't. There's other parts in the story that make more sense to take him from. Like he actually
mm,
loses his mind at one
yeah,
point. He goes on like a killing spree. He does like go really crazy, and they didn't take him from those points. But that's just my own little thing with Carnegie. It's
yeah.
yeah, it sucks as a fan of of the franchise because it just feels out of character, unfortunately.
I'll see. I don't have unfortunately, I don't have the attention span to read books. I just get within the first page or two, I get bored, and I'm shooting myself in the foot there because I know there's some really good books out there, and there's some obviously, like you said, good manga. The only anime I've seen is Jujutsu Kaisen, I think it's called.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
I really enjoyed that. I thought that was good. I was
Yeah,
actually quite
yeah, it's cool.
pleasantly surprised. Um, but yeah, I might have to sort of familiarize myself with the. Is it called Tokyo Ghoul?
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
the manga? Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what I would say, you can watch the first season of the anime. First season's great, and then it's a mess. But
All
the
right.
first season is it. You can get enough of the feeling of it from the first season. I mean, if you want like an anime recommendation, I'd probably say Attack on Titan. You probably heard it a million times.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Because they got the
It's
Oni skin for it now.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that?
Oni and Egg and Jake. They did loads, and the Spirit. But that's really cool. Have you seen it at all, Metal Attack on Titan?
No, I've never actually. I've heard a lot about Attack on Titan, but I've never actually watched it myself.
It's really good. The first like season is the worst. It's not bad. It's just that's the weakest
Mm.
one, and then it gets really good. So
See,
definitely try
I'll
that
have to give
out.
it a
If you're
go.
gonna watch something, you gotta do that.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a go. Um, so obviously you mentioned how you became a sort of twins main, but how did you actually get into Dead by Daylight? How did you sort of stumble across it?
Okay, well, this is different things. So I started I always kind of mained one game. I played a lot of World of Warcraft. I was very into WoW. Then I was into League. Then I was into Overwatch. And the very OG WoW player is called Soda Popping. He's like a druid main. He still streams. He's one of the biggest streamers, and he played it back in 2018. I saw him play it, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So I started like watching it and looking into the game, watching content creators. And I was very into Overwatch at that time. I was masters. It was None of my friends were at that rank. I was quite lonely. It was very, very sweaty, very toxic. I mean, I'm a woman. People hear me on voice chat. It wasn't great.
Yeah,
And DBD seemed very casual. And one of my friends had like posted that she wanted to play DBD with people, and I was like, oh, I'm thinking of picking up this game. So I started playing with her, and in that friend group, one of our friends was actually streaming DBD. And he said, "Oh, you should stream it. You should stream it." I'm like, "I don't know about that. Couldn't envision myself as a content creator." But I was like, "Yeah, I could try it. Why not?" And then it just kind of came from that. Really, it was a happy accident. I really enjoyed the chill nature of the game. People will
yeah,
try and always make it competitive, but especially in 2018, it was a lot more of a party game than it is now. Very
yeah,
casual. Wins are subjective. A 4K could be a win to you, but a 2K could be a win to another person. Just like getting a head-on stun could be a win for somebody, and I really like that part of
yeah.
DBD. So that's kind of yeah. I'm actually terrified of horror films, so I hate horror, which
Oh,
is
do you?
quite
Oh,
funny.
fair.
I've watched some horror movies now with the
Yeah.
community. They like last year or two, I've actually seen some movies, but before DVD, I haven't seen anything. I was scared of like Harry Potter as a kid. Like that's how bad it was. But I'm a bit better now. I can watch a little bit scary stuff now.
Oh, fair. Yeah, because like for me, I played DBD when it first came out. This one of my American mates, he recommended the game. I played it. I played about 10 games. My first, I can still remember my first game on. I was playing as Meg, and it was on the old Thompson house, so the map was practically pitch black, and all you could
Yeah.
see was the corn. That's literally all you could see. And within a matter of a minute or two, I got billied, and I panicked and I crapped myself. Not literally, but um, and I put the game away. I didn't really understand it, so I thought I'd put it away, and then I heard Pyramid Head came into Dead by Daylight, and me and Metal are both massive horror fans. And I thought, right, now is the time to come back into it, and I've been playing it ever since. And I got dared to stream. So my best mate, he used to stream Valorant, and he was quite successful at it. And he said to me, he said, "Why don't you give it a go?" Because me and him, we bounce off each other in regards to like our sense of humor.
Mm.
And I give it a go for a month, and it didn't go well, so I packed it up, and I just thought, hang on, I haven't really given it a good go. I've only tried it for a month because streaming is, it's not a race, it's a marathon. It takes time.
Yeah. 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 Slug.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I
Mm.
literally, yeah, so I gave her another go, and I've been streaming 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years. I attempted to do a 24-hour stream the other day, and I was already up for 13 hours prior to my stream, so I had work. And yeah, I only made it 12 hours, and I thought, oh, I'm getting too old for this. I need to go to bed.
Oh, yeah, I've
Yeah,
only done a 24-hour stream once, and yeah, I'm not. I was gone for a week after. I would say 18 is my limit, and then it just goes downhill. It just
yeah,
goes in the bin.
yeah.
Yeah.
My first 24-hour stream, I managed to do. But I'm not proud of this. I played DVD for 21 hours during that 24-hour stream. Yeah. And yeah, I did that on the Friday, finished on the Saturday, and then I was back streaming Monday. But I had about a 3-month break from DVD. I had to.
But you are
Yeah.
missing
Yeah, yeah.
some key details from your 24 hours.
Am I really?
Yeah. The first
Um,
one, he dressed up as a woman.
I did.
Oh,
I attempted Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mm.
So I tried to do the voice and everything, and that lasted about 30 seconds. So gradually through the stream, I was slowly getting undressed to the point where I took my wig off. I even had my partner do the makeup as well. It's not a flattering. There's quite a few pictures that my community has taken, and it's not flattering. They've done it like in increments where we're excited for the stream, and then lower and lower, the expectations get worse and worse, and yeah, and to the point where I had mascara run down my face because I was just so tired. And
oh
yeah,
man. Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's rough. It's yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But I did do a Ada Wong cosplay for the 24-hour/12-hour stream I did. That was fun. Um, but again, it's just because of this weather. It's been so warm. It's been so uncomfortable to wear dresses.
Yeah, of
Not-
course. English weather just hits different in like the houses.
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's like very humid. Like Norway's gone hot. It's nothing compared to the UK. Everyone always bullies us like it's not that bad. It's like you haven't been there. Once you go there,
Yeah.
you'll
Oh yeah.
understand. It's just different. It's so
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the air is just so thick and heavy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's minging.
You can
And
have a fan, you can have AC. It doesn't help that much.
no, I've
Honestly,
got this
no.
Nest fan, and it's just blowing hot air, but I need it,
Yeah,
otherwise I
no.
can't breathe. Um, yeah, it's absolutely horrible, and there's nothing worse when it's still overcast, so you're under the illusion it's going to be cooler, but it's still humid as anything. It's horrible. Um, Obviously, have you played the PTB? Obviously, with the most recent PTB for The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I played it yesterday.
Yeah,
I was a day late. I couldn't play it on release. But yeah, I got to play it.
yeah.
You want to
Overall
hear like
impression?
I think it's cool. I'm quite positive. The thing for DVD for me and like the fun of DVD is variety. I think buffing killers and buffing items and buffing unused perks is a good thing because it makes more variety. You're less likely to go against 10 blights, you're more likely to see other perks, you're more likely to see other items than just, make its toolbox flashlight. And obviously like this new item. But yeah, some of the changes is I got hit with 3 of the new item. They stack on top of each other and I could not see a thing. I literally
Oh,
was like
the
being flashlight.
hog vials or vials, I
Yeah,
think they
yeah,
call
yeah.
them.
They dropped 3 of them on me, and I literally nothing. It was like being flashlight blinded. I could see his feet. I could look down and see the clown's feet, but nothing else. I'm not even kidding. It was really bad. Um, so it definitely needs tuning, but I think like they look really cool. I think all the perks are different. They don't have to necessarily be strong. I think they all kind of have potential.
Yeah,
And they're like they're interesting.
yeah.
I'm interested to see how it goes because there's some perks they add that are just like a power creep of an old perk, or they're a worse version of an old perk. But I'm generally quite happy with it for the most part.
Yeah,
You do need to change some stuff.
yeah. I do have some slight concerns, mainly for one perk, which is
Mhm.
conviction. It's especially for certain killers that have to slug to create that pressure. For example, if you are aiming for that win, um, like it's a great perk for survivors, but being able to insta pick yourself after having 25% progression,
Yeah,
and gives you 30 seconds if you go on tier 3, that's a long time. So we did do a test. So I
Okay.
ran No Mither, Conviction, Unbreakable, and Boon Exponential, and I managed to pick myself up in less than 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
it was nuts. And then Plot Twist mitigates the broken status effect as well.
Oh, it does.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, it does. Yeah. I was very
So do you
shocked by
do
that.
plot twist?
Yeah, so if you pick yourself up with Conviction,
Mm,
and then you got 30 seconds to then go run and hide. Then you
mm.
plot twist, it completely nullifies the broken status effect, and then you can pick yourself up and you're fully healed.
Yeah, okay. How long are you broken for? Usually 30 seconds, yeah? Or is it longer than
Yeah,
that?
so how it's for however long you're able to stay up. So for example, tier 3, you got 30, you're up for 30 seconds. As soon as that 30 seconds is up, your character drops back down into the dying state.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, if you plot twist just before you go down, you could do it at any time really. It completely removes the broken status effect, and you can just pick yourself up and you're fully healed.
Okay. I think because I read the perk a little bit, but it's like you heal
Yeah,
yourself and then you get broken, but you go back down, or you just like you mean?
yeah, you go back down. Yeah, so it's like
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't
yeah,
actually
so
realize that.
yeah, so it's like
Mm.
imagine like deep wound, but instead of continuing to run so the timer stops, it just keeps going regardless. So you got 30 seconds to run and hide basically, and then you can
Okay.
plot twist. You can plot twist just before
Huh.
you go down. Yeah,
So
it's quite funky.
it's like a counter to slugging, but it's also not. Like you're more just postponing the slugging. Am I understanding that correct?
From my
Oh.
perspective, where it would be really strong is, let's say you're playing as killer. You in regards to the game statistics, you haven't done very well, so you need to create that pressure towards the end game. So let's say all the gens are popped, you could see someone else injured at exit gate trying to open it. You hit them, you notice there's another survivor or another two survivors around. So you slug that person you've just downed and you go to chase the other two. That person can pick themselves up, open that gate and get out, or they can run away for 30 seconds so they can get quite far, plot
Yeah.
twist, heal themselves back up, and then come back, and then yeah, Bob's your auntie. It's
Huh.
it's quite strong.
Yeah. I can definitely, because people are asking my opinion about it a lot, because twins. I said, well, I've dealt with worse things as twins, like make kids old, uh, DS, old
The
Death
old
Hard.
insta heals, yeah.
Yeah. The old Circle Feeling make kids. I've dealt with Expo on RPD upstairs with Boy Wave. I still won that match. Like I can handle things like that, but I don't think it's super healthy for the game. I did say it's probably gonna be popular for the first month, and it's gonna be kind of like
Yeah,
this niche annoying thing, like especially in like Swifts and stuff. It's gonna just be something that annoys you some matches. So I don't know.
yeah,
I don't even know how they would even like change it or fix it. It's there. I said there's quite a few issues in this PTB, and I don't know if they can fix them in time for release because I only get 2
yeah,
weeks. Really.
yeah,
They have to submit
yeah.
it
It's
a week
only two
before,
weeks.
so.
I do
Yeah, and I was
wonder though.
surprised as well with the. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just wondering. Like, obviously, you talk about the combination there, but how often would you actually run that? Because essentially,
What,
like the
plot twist
plot
and
twist and the other perk, because then you're just sort of like hoping you get to end game, and you're holding two perks you might not use, where plot twist could be used earlier for better effect.
yeah,
So I was
yeah,
wondering,
yeah. No, that's true.
like how often would you actually see that instead of using obviously a better combination of perks, maybe?
Yeah,
I said I think it's gonna be niche. It's
Mm.
gonna be like annoying when you see it, but I don't think it's gonna be like this meta defining thing because there's like been other perks in the past, like Shoulder the Burden. Everyone was worried about. It's strong. It doesn't get used much.
no,
Blood Rush. You remember that? Everyone was worried about
yeah,
that. You never see it. I think some people kind of have high expectations. I think the stun over the bolt perk that could actually be quite popular because people like stunning the killer anyway. But this one, I don't know. It's kind of a wait and see because I don't know
yeah,
yet. As a twins player, I'm not worried because I've dealt with worse. Because what I do, I just look on the HUD, I see you get up. I have this weird thing. I remember where every single survivor is at all times on the map. I usually have a rough idea where everybody is all the time. Um, so when I've downed someone, I know where they are. So if I see that person get up, I then go over and just down them again. It just makes the game
fair
go
enough.
out longer more than anything. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not like potentially worried.
Yeah, because I was quite surprised with the Rick, is it Rick Grimes perk? It's either Rick or Michonne's, but yeah, the Last Stand perk where you can stun a killer if you do a fast fall over a window or a pallet. Again, I think that's going to be a popular perk, but it is very situational. Because
Yeah.
the more common sort of, well, not more common, the more experienced killers, don't tend to carry a survivor next to a pallet or next to a window, unless it's absolutely necessary to get to,
Yeah.
the hook they want to get to. But I was quite surprised though that you can only use it once. I was actually quite impressed because I thought that was going to be
Yeah.
like another
Yeah.
exhaustion perk. Um,
Yeah. If that was
but
exhaustion, I'd
yeah,
be scared. Just yeah, that would be crazy.
yeah.
Yes.
But obviously with the new this new sort of map, it's a weird one
Yeah.
because
Well,
this is
I
the
don't know what
same
that.
realm.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry. Yeah, it was weird.
No, 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 no. Yeah, no. It's weird. It's a nice touch to The Walking Dead because you got that center part, but it's just weird. It came across really weird. They didn't really advertise it, and the map layout itself is a bit strange.
Yeah, well, people said it's a tile, it's not a map. I'm like, okay, where's it a
Yeah,
map? And it's like when you go on that map, it's got different lighting. I don't know if you noticed that too. It's like a bit more yellow. It was very
yeah, and it's
weird. It was very like dystopian or something. It felt like, what is this? It didn't feel like official to me. It was too small. I wish it was a bit bigger. I don't. It was very. Yeah, I agree with you. Very weird. And if it is a
yeah,
tile, and if that spawns randomly on maps as a tile, that's even more weird. That's like a whole nother level of weird. I don't know.
yeah. Because we were thinking if they're gonna implement that as a tile, how would that fit in? Because
Yeah,
like
like Eerie
imagine,
Crows. Yes.
yeah,
Sorry.
Midwich, RPD. Like how would it fit in? And what if there is no Walking Dead characters on in the lobby? It just it's a weird one. But it's a nice nod to the Walking Dead, I guess. But yeah, it's a very strange one because, like you said, it's probably the same size. Like it is a small map. It's probably the same size, if smaller than Rotten Fields. But yeah, it's just got that one center tile, and you got Shack. It's very odd. Um, but yeah, those fog vials, they are the bane of my life. We did a test where we had the best fog vial with the best add-ons, and we dropped it
Mm.
in basement in Shack, and it reached from basement all the way to the top and above Shack, and at least 6 foot, and you couldn't see anything. And that's just from one.
Yeah, yeah. Like so they can stack. So it's yeah. I don't have an issue with them without any ad like without the Eerie add-on because they showcased it on their Discord stream like before I played it. I was like, that's crap. Like you could still see through it. I think
Yeah.
it'll screw up like newer killers. But yeah, with the Eerie add-on, like this at the screen, I'm like, okay. I did lose somebody once from it, but it still was like uncomfortable, I think is the best word. And I don't
Yeah.
have any issues, sensory, like, I have normal hearing and normal eyesight, but somebody that it's a bit of an accessibility issue for sure. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you fix that without just like completely changing it, or I don't know. It's a hard one.
It is. It is. Like it's always interesting to have a new item, but yeah, it's the only item that will never go away. It just automatically replenishes, so you don't have to. It's not like you use it once and then Bob's your Andy is gone. It just replenishes, and then you can use it throughout the entire trial. Um, what's your opinion on like the map changes, like in regards to the item and also the key changes as well?
Yeah, I think they're great. I don't. I'm the weirdo that takes a map. I never take keys, but I think the biggest thing I kind of realized with keys is it makes those whole chest searching perks a lot more usable because I
Yeah,
don't know if you test it, you open it in like 1 second. I didn't realize it would be nearly
it's almost
instant.
instant.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, even you could open chests with your key and you lose charges, but you can get another key in the chest, like, and then you are back again. But I think they're interesting. I don't think they're OP. It's hard to say right
No.
now, but I think
Yeah.
they're good. You're gonna see more variety at least. I think the biggest concern is the whole fog vial thing, just because yeah, it's definitely a bit abusable, I suppose. Like multiple people take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if they had, if you got a full Swift, I don't know why I said Swift, a full Swift with, the best fog vials with the iridescent add-on, that it's going to be incredibly difficult to even see the map because it covers an awful big area as well because there's add-ons to extend the area. Yeah, it's a bit concerning. Also, I was reading up the patch notes as well. So obviously there was I think the most notable change in regards to killers, in my opinion, was Pyramid Head. Obviously having his base kit extension extended, which I thought was quite nice. But have you tested the range on it?
Yeah, I didn't test the iridescent one, but I tested on one. It was big range. I've seen clips of the iridescent one. It's like can get ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, he definitely. It's nice to see him get a bit of love, but I do think some of the add-ons might be a little bit of a problem. I saw somebody saying if you loop on a pallet with Pyramid Head, you pull the pallet down, he just like hits it with his power, and then he just comes and gets you. Like he can hit it from really far away with the power with one of the add-ons,
Yeah,
and that's a bit of a but you know how you could fix that is like after he hits it with his power, maybe his power goes on cooldown and he gets hindered, a bit like Singularity or something. I don't know. But
yeah.
there's so many potential changes they can do, and I'm not gonna be able to test those, and that's what kind of scares me.
Yeah, I always get nervous when a sort of release comes out. But obviously, Metal, we were talking about the Pyramid Head earlier, and also you noticed the one of the good changes in regards to the cage.
Yeah,
I can't really remember what it
it
was.
was also you get the endurance and haste effect now, which was like needed because obviously
Yeah.
if a good pyramid knew where the spawn locations where you was going back down, it was definitely needed. I don't know if they say DS works in the cage now or not, but like
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
no, I wouldn't be against that personally. If like DS, because I know it don't class as a hook, but still it sort of gives you more counterplay. Because obviously Pyramid was the best tunneler, especially if he caged you, you'd literally zero counterplay. So yeah, I think that's a really good change that really needed for Pyramid, especially the tunneling aspect of him.
Yeah,
The most fun way to go
Yeah,
against him, or
yeah,
yeah,
pretty much. You
yeah.
come out the cage and you're back down, and it's like, oh, lovely. I love playing the game.
Yeah.
yeah. Is there any sort of licenses, or have you got your own sort of ideas of what you would like to see in DVD?
Yeah, I have a few. I mean, my dream was Chucky. I just think Chucky is absolutely hilarious, and I love that he's in DVD. It's just funny. He goes around, gives you a middle finger. Perfect. Um, yeah, they did a great job with that. Probably, I mean, they also added Walking Dead. I know Walking Dead is still big. It's very well known. But like Last of Us is quite like relevant at the moment, and people are watching it and playing it. So I think Last of Us would be really good. Like another Stranger Things Part 2. I don't think that's very likely, but that would also be quite. You saw like the backlash when they removed it, and when it came
Yeah.
back, the hype with that. So I think that would also be very smart. Probably just Jason. Like, come on, that's a lot. Like I said, if you go on like Temu and you order a horror shirt, that's the only one you're missing from DVD is Jason. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think those are my three that I would want personally.
Yeah. You know what? I do love Timu. You get some great stuff on there. Oh my day. Half of my stuff here is from Timu. Literally,
Really?
oh yeah, my signs. I got my 100 signs. The only thing that's not from Timu is the robot hand thing, and I got that from my brother for Christmas. It's a steel plate of Trapper.
Oh.
Um, yeah, I would normally have like these desk lights, but I can't find the remote, so it looks a bit pooey at the moment. But
Oh, that's
um,
great.
oh, thank you. Um, but yeah, some of the stuff you can grab on Timu. Metal, have you been on Timu?
No, I've never actually been on TV at all. Not
Oh, mate,
once.
it's great. Oh,
It's
you pick
very
up some
popular
really
in
good
Norway,
stuff.
actually.
Oh, is it?
Like, yeah. The Norwegians absolutely love it. It's like people that work as like mailmen. Like 80%
Yeah.
of the parcels they deliver are from Timu. It's so bizarre. If I do order from Timu, I get stuff in a week, or like very fast. And then in Norway, it can take like 2 weeks. Norway's really slow with delivery. I don't understand. um,
Fair play.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Yeah, it's very
waiting at least 3-4 weeks for Timu
really,
to
no,
come
it's about a
through.
week here. Like maybe 2 weeks at most is the
Bloody hell.
slowest. It's really I don't know why. It's Norway. It's yeah, about the same distance as UK. You would think it might be like the amount of all because the UK has more people. I don't know. More parcels
Yeah,
coming in. But yeah, it's very quick.
fair play. Well, for the people, because you've been living in Norway now for a lot longer than I thought. I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
more of a recent thing. What is it like to live in Norway, like from your perspective?
Well, we live in the countryside, so it's not a lot of not a lot of people here. There's not a lot I mean, Norway in general has very low crime. But in like the countryside, it's like no crime. People know each other. People are very friendly. Like we don't always lock our doors. Like we feel very safe. I feel very safe as like a woman.
Oh, good.
You're very well looked after. I mean, most people know I did go through cancer like last year. So I was in the hospital. I was with the medical staff. Medical staff, and they were great. It's very good. Like very like they're very caring. They care a lot about mental health. I have a lot. There's like kind of a problem with people taking sick leave in Norway because you can get it. You get full pay. And it's very easy to do. So I really look after the people.
Oh, good.
But there are some flaws with everything. Some people romanticize Norway, get very high taxes. My tax bill was 4 times what I would pay in the UK, and I'm not even kidding. Yes, it's ridiculous. It's very very expensive taxes. The winters are very very dark. At least where we live in the middle of Norway. It's 3 o'clock. It goes dark, and it's dark like it gets light at 6 a.m. Gets dark at 3 p.m. And now it never gets dark. That's also a thing. Like in the summer, it like legit. It's like I mean I can show you. This is at 8:30 and it's like bright outside. So that's but yeah, the winters are very dark. You literally
Yeah.
get depressed because you need vitamin C. It's very very cold. You have to plow snow. You will get snowed in. It gets a lot of snow. Norwegians can be quite shy and quite cold. They say they're like cold. They don't really they're quite shy people. They're very reserved. They're very quiet. I actually, example, I fell down a hill when I was trying to ski, and I had to scream for help. And these Norwegian couple saved me, and they said okay, and then they went away. They didn't wait for my friends or family to come get me. They didn't ask how I'm doing. They just kind of saved me and went. So it could be like a negative. It depends how you see it,
Yeah.
but that's probably the main thing. There's pros and cons. British people aren't really super scared to talk to each other. We're more friendly. We're more like open. On Norwegians, like they just don't really talk to strangers. But overall, I like it. The food, I really like the food. It's expensive, but you get kind of what you pay for.
Yeah.
You get like good benefits. I'm happy, but as I
Good.
said,
That's
there are
the
pros
main
and
thing.
cons. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because with part of my family I live in Uppsala, everything is a lot expensive, but so are like with the jobs out there as well. They sort of match how much the items cost. Like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
like they pay
Norwegians make a
really
lot.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a content creator and you're self-employed, then you don't get that benefit. But yeah, it's if you have a Norwegian job, you get a lot of benefits. My partner literally just got 3 weeks off work. Like he just gets like holiday. There's like a thing in Norway, no one works in July. Most people just don't work in July. They get like 3-4 weeks off. So the
Yeah.
hospital and like half the nurses were gone. I was like, oh. And they had all
Uh,
like these they had these traveling nurses in instead, and all the doctors are gone. It's like two oncologists working, and it's yeah, a lot of people get time off unless you work at a grocery store, but it's all like reduced hours in summer in July. Even like the government, like I when I was trying to move here, they were like, yeah, we're not back in the office till August. So they're very passionate about getting their summer off. Like the
yeah.
cows and sheeps get 2 months off as well, and they like graze and don't. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
That's nuts, but I must admit, when
Mm.
you mentioned the taxing, I don't know why I
Oh
had
yeah.
goosebumps. I don't know why, because like I've just had I own my house and the mortgage has just gone up, and I'm like, oh, for
Mm.
goodness sake, like why? Because the tax is supposed to be coming down, but you
Yeah.
just said that it's almost 4 times, or at least 4 times, Oh my
Yeah.
god, that sent shivers down my spine.
Well, it depends. Obviously, the more you make, the more you have to pay. But the thing
Yeah,
with the UK, I don't know if it's still like this, but you can make like 10 grand, you don't pay any tax on that, or 8
yeah,
grand. You
it's
understand
It's
what I
it's
mean?
gone
12
up
grand. Yeah, it's 12 grand now.
12
Yeah.
grand now.
Well, Norway does not have that. Every penny you make, you pay tax on it. You understand?
What's
And it's
Mm.
what's
20,
that
and it's
French
25%.
expression?
Hmm?
What's that French expression? Sacre bleu. Like, jeez, like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
every penny, bloody hell.
So even if you make, let's say you make 8 grand a year, like, if you have really low income, you still have to pay what, 20%, 25%. Yeah. And that's yeah, and then if you actually have a good year, then you have to pay even more. And then, but
Gee,
the healthcare is free. There's a lot of benefits, but I would definitely have a lot more benefits if I worked a Norwegian job. But
yeah,
I like being a streamer. I don't do it for the money or to be rich. It's yeah, I'm passionate about it.
yeah.
uh,
I think that's a lot of downfalls for people as well. Is when they first get into streaming, their main aim is to earn money from it. Because you start
yeah,
when you
some
start
people,
treating it
yeah.
as a job, yeah. Because
Mm,
when you start treating it as a job, you take the fun out of it. And
yeah,
I'll be completely honest with you. I was guilty of that. I treated it as a hobby initially, and then I noticed I was earning a little bit from it. I was like, oh, this is actually quite a nice feeling. So I pushed, and I just thought, and I came to the point where I thought, you know what, I'm not having fun with it anymore. I'm just going to pack it
yeah,
up.
yeah,
But then I remembered why I started streaming. It was the fun aspect. So I've turned it back into a hobby now. And yeah, um, so I think that's a lot of people's downfalls is when they go into the expectation when they start streaming, they're going to end up making, loads of moolah. But
yeah.
that's not always the case.
It's also very competitive. It can feel like high school sometimes in the streaming space, like, oh,
Hmm.
we're this and this and this. It's a bit of luck. It can be very demoralizing. You shouldn't compare yourself to others. There's a lot of things,
Yeah.
and also people see the positivity. They don't see the nasty comments. You have to be able to, be able to deal with that. Like, if you watch a big streamer like Oddstava, you're not going to see all the negativity he gets. He doesn't get like a lot because he's really nice, but it's still there. And
Yeah.
I think some people don't think about that. They're just, oh, people be so nice and popular, but yeah, there's good and bad. There's also just the whole, like the internet. You have to be careful if you're being
Oh, yeah.
anonymous enough. Like I share a lot, but I have to be careful with what I share, just because you never know.
Yeah.
People can be, yeah. Um, but it's fun, but you have to, yeah. It's a little
You have
bit
to be
deeper than
careful.
people originally think.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, to be careful. Yeah.
Well, like one of our guests, one of our first ones, Zeno and me, he had a very scary situation. He won't mind me saying it because obviously he disclosed it on the podcast. He was playing DBD. He was quite big in the DBD community as well. But he sort of packed up streaming. Someone he played a game against them. Zeno and me won, and there was he received some horrible messages on the borderline of like death threats. Um, but turns out the individual managed to find out exactly where Zeno and me lived, and turns out they're only 30 to 40 minutes away. So they sent pictures of the outside of his home to him on Facebook. So obviously he had to get the police involved, this and that. But turns out that individual that was sending those photos was a minor.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it just made the whole thing even worse. So
Yeah.
obviously the police said, look, we can, we do have enough stuff here to do something about it. But Zeno and me said, look, he's only a kid, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin his life. Just make sure, he understands the full extent of what he's done. But it
Yeah.
is, it can be a very scary world. It really can.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially as like a woman, I just no offense to you guys. Obviously,
No, 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 no.
everyone
I
gets
can
one,
only
but
imagine what it's
like as
like.
a woman, people just get even more like some people just are very misogynist or talk down to you when you're a woman and you're not as they're not scared as much. I don't know. I had
Yeah.
some Russian guy said he's gonna come to my house and beat me up. I'm like, I have two men I live with. Good luck. And then he didn't talk anymore. But you just
Yeah.
have to be aware. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
scary.
I just,
Was this in the
I just
UK? I'm just curious.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He was in
Yeah,
Wales.
yeah,
'Cause, yeah,
yeah.
Zeno and me, we're from the same country but opposite sides. But yeah, he was crazy when he told us about it.
Well,
because I knew of it.
He stopped streaming because of it as well, didn't he? Like, he packed it all in.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Mm.
Not at all.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and he's got
um,
he's got a family of his own,
yeah,
so you
yeah,
can only
yeah, yeah.
imagine what that's like. But yeah, it is a scary world, and I think as well, like from a viewer's perspective, it's very, very important that for streamers as well to sort of set that line between the streamer and the community. Unfortunately, I had an individual, so I won't name them, but it became very, how can I say, very manipulative. Would you say, Metal?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he stepped over the line on many occasions, and I unfortunately I had to put a stop to it. But it
Yeah,
was my own fault that I didn't set that boundary.
yeah, yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
I'm there trying to support people and trying to help everyone, but at the end of the day, you can't help everyone, no matter how
Yeah,
much you want
okay.
to. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, it's I don't know if obviously I don't know if you've had similar occasions where maybe someone in the community has sort of stepped over the line, or because obviously you said you've had issues with other people in your chat, or I don't know if they DM'd you, say misogynistic things. I can only imagine what it's like for as a woman.
yeah, yeah. I most of the hate I get these days is just twins things. I mean, also had the whole cancer thing the last year, so some people will relate that to cancer, saying that I deserve cancer because I play twins.
Oh,
It's very
fucking hell.
strange. Not a lot, but it's still like when you're going through that, it can kind of stick to you. No, something that's quite interesting is I think once I got over like 30 or 40 average viewers, I had a lot less drama. I think
Hmm.
because maybe people don't try as much when you're like a bigger streamer, or like there's more people, so they don't want to cross those boundaries as much. But it's been a lot calmer the last few years than when I first started. The first 2 years, people would definitely cross boundaries or just like really test what they could get away with in the chat. I had like one person trying to like message people and get money from them and send them pictures. It was weird. People
Bloody hell.
really, yeah, like really trying. Like they'll see like someone give subs, and then they'll try and like give some. I have no idea. I modded somebody once and they shouted themselves out, so they were not a mod like a
As you
day
do.
later. Yeah, it's things like that can be hard to deal with, but
Yeah,
I think I've gone pretty good with just banning people. If you get a bad vibe, just get rid of them. Like I'm a lot less not like what's the word? If you're a bit weird on your first 5 messages, it's more like I'm going to ban you than somebody who's typed 300 times. Because sometimes you have a weird day and you can be drunk. I don't know. Sometimes people are off.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're from the get go, you're a bit odd. I'm not taking the risks. If there's like a red flag there,
Of course, yeah.
nah.
It's
Yeah.
your community, it's your streams at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But it can be tough to deal with. It's some people get very obsessive, get very passionate, and yeah, you just have to take a step back when you need to, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like
Mm.
Metal, I don't know how, like I've been very fortunate. I can literally count with one hand the bad things that's happened. But with Metal, like especially on DVD, it was
Yeah.
every other game.
Yeah. I
It
had
was so bad.
a lot of people come in, like, obviously talk all the shit and all this. I had quite a lot. I was actually surprised how much I got. I mean,
It was ridiculous.
yeah, like the weirdest one I ever got. I can always remember this. I always remember this. I play against the Swift. They all come in and they start asking me weird questions. Like one of them asked me,
Oh yes.
yeah, they start really weird questions. Like, do I like to eat poop sandwiches and things like that? Like, no joke. They all did it. And I was like,
That's very like
after like the fourth, fifth time, I went, all right, you're all gone. Like, I'll never forget that day. Like, it was four of them coming
that's
asking
like
if I like poop. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
it was like, and like,
Like why?
I've had like a lot though. It was a
Yeah.
lot, and I've had other streamers do it to me as well. Like,
Huh.
there's been a fair few streamers come in and said
Yeah.
a few things about me and that, and I'm like, well, fair enough.
Yeah. Because
Hit-
I used to be a mod on Metal stream,
Mm.
and the one day I wasn't streaming, Metal was, and I hopped into his stream to obviously help mod it. And this one streamer, he was relatively big, Metal always likes to play a 12 hook game, so he tries to mitigate any tunneling, just try and play as fair as possible to
Yeah.
please everyone.
Mhm.
So he took out this one streamer. They entered the chat and they said some very choiceful words. And we were like, whoa, like, any need for that? And he said, well, the person said, oh, look, I'm sorry. I got a cold. I'm a little bit down. I'm like, that doesn't provide an excuse for saying some of the stuff you said in chat,
Yeah.
you know. And for me, there's nothing worse when you got when there's a streamer acting that way, because you're
Mm.
supposed to set an example, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
and you're not gonna grow if you're like doing that kind of stuff. Well, if you do grow, you'll get those kinds of people that are very negative and toxic and hateful. And I'm having a lot more fun than you because I'm angry at everything. It's fine to lose. Everybody loses. I think that's it's yeah. Some people really overanalyze other players. Just oh he did that. Oh he did this. Oh it's personal. No, it's
yeah,
not. He's just playing the game.
yeah. It's
Yeah, that's weird.
it's just a game.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I ever have
yeah.
like horrible people come in the chat, we just make a meme of it, and my chat just starts spamming the stupid message they said, and then we just laugh about it. So then I'm just like,
That's
you've
a
made
good
another
way.
copy pasta. So we have quite a few of those. It's quite funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I just don't know why it was you, Mel. It was every other game.
Maybe it's a shot on my head. I was attracted them like magpies or something. I don't know.
Killer, are you playing? Is it the killer you're playing?
I was always a huntress, mate. I literally just played huntress, and like I played fair.
Oh,
Like, I never tunneled, never camped. I just went for cross maps. I just literally went for all the fancy
yeah.
shots all the time. If I win, so what? If I lose, so what? But some people, some reason, thought I was tunneling all the time. And I'm like, I just got a 12-foot game. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah, yeah.
and all the generators and they've been popped and all this, and I don't know why, but people just love coming in and
Yeah,
talking shit to me. And I was like, to me, it didn't bother me because like
yeah,
I
yeah,
can handle it. I've got thick skin. It doesn't bother me. Like, what anyone can
Yeah.
say anything to me, I don't care. But it's like other people. Like, I'm sort of glad it did
Mm.
happen to me because I can handle it. Because then other people didn't have to deal with it like I did. But in the day, it's a game of Dead by Daylight. No one actually cares. At the end of the day,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's DBD.
Yeah, you
There's no
just
ranks.
yeah.
I mean,
no.
yeah.
There's no competitors in the
No.
game. So why do people get so worked up about it?
Worked
It's
up.
beyond me.
It actually reminds me of a little story. I played DBD on a steering wheel. I think it was 2 years ago. It's very
All right.
difficult. It's hard to do. You have to do a lot of workarounds. But I made it work. I played DBD on a steering wheel. People were horrible. I didn't win. I think I got 1 kill, but people were really nasty. I did about 3 or 4 matches, and the endgame chat was horrific. They're like, "You're so bad. Uninstall. Why are you in my game? You're so bad." And like curse me. I'm like, you just won. Like I literally didn't do anything. Why are you mad? Some people just get very like they probably had a lot of bad games, so then they like kind of are very frustrated. I think people need to learn when to just get off the game or do
Yeah,
something else if they get that point. It's a very frustrating game at times.
I just
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I just remember another thing actually. I was playing artists. I was doing a daily. I never play artists ever. I hate the killer. I find it quite boring. And I had this again. There's a Swift, and there's all teabagging me because I wasn't doing great. Because again, I've never played artists. I didn't know really how to play the killer. I just wanted to hit me crobes. That's all I wanted to do. Then the next day, they come in, and they actually apologise for teabagging because they watched the VOD. Because where I didn't actually say anything bad to them or like
Yeah.
react to it, they actually said we're sorry for teabagging you and all that. So I was like, no, fair enough. Just in the future, just don't do it to begin with. Because in the day, I just want to hit me crobes and move on. But all game,
Yeah.
I can remember this Nancy just teabag and teabag and teabag and click, click, click. Through the whole game. I was going, yeah, fair enough. You know what I mean? Didn't say anything bad. I just said it's a shame the game got ruined because of that. Then they come in and apologise the next day.
Fair play.
Yeah. That's kind of nice though that
Hmm.
people can actually. But you know what? Maybe they actually will do that less when they
Yeah.
can see the other side of it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Honestly.
You got to take from the other side as well, because say you're sitting there and you've
Yeah.
had a bad day, you don't know how you're going to react. You know what I mean, people might have bad days or going through some stuff, and they just want to play a game just to chill and sort of like escape for a few hours, and you're doing that to them. So like that's why personally I never teabag or anything, just move on. No, just don't do it.
Mhm.
And I think people forget that yeah, it's a game, but there is someone playing as that killer, and like you said, they could be going through their own stuff. It's pointless being a dick. It really
Yeah,
is.
especially if the killer's already had a bad game. I kind
Mm,
of get it when you like they've tried to tunnel you or they're like humping you on the floor. I don't know,
Mm.
doing weird stuff. But they'll do it to people that put one hook, and they're like, you can see that they're not experienced, and I think that's really mean. It's like you can see they've
yeah,
already had a bad game. Just go next. Like I've
yeah,
had matches like that. I think everybody has, and you just like, oh please, just let it end. Let me just
Yeah,
go on
yeah.
another game. Yeah. Um.
yeah.
But yeah,
Because
so fun.
what's your opinion then with the whole go next nerf thing? So obviously now, unless you bring luck offerings or perk specific things, you can't unhook yourself. No, I think it's a really good idea to prevent the whole go next thing because it was abusable. But
Yeah.
personally, for me, I think they can still improve it because there's been quite a few times where I've been left on hook for whatever reason, and I haven't been able to give myself the chance to 4%. Personally, for me, I think within the last at least 10 seconds before you hit stage 2, I think you should be able to attempt to unhook.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem at all. I think like other flaws with the system is if I don't know if you've had it before, people on hook first stage, no one can do anything. It's just a waiting game, and it feels really weird. If you're the last survivor and everybody like can't rescue, can't attempt, and there's just some scenarios I'm like, why? Especially if everybody's on the hook, it makes everything slow down. They
Yeah,
are changing it in the next patch where you can like miss 2 skill checks and give up if you're the second to last survivor, but it's a good start. It's because it was becoming an issue, but they do need to like actually improve on it because there are just some scenarios it kind of takes away from the RNG and the fun when you just
yeah,
hang there and you can't do anything.
yeah. It's just for me, it's another time waster. It's just
Yeah,
you want to move on, get into the next game, and yeah, but but yeah, I think they can improve on it. At least for the last 5-10 seconds, just give me the chance to,
yeah,
4%. I think even that would be a nice touch, just something like a step in the right direction. Um,
yeah, yeah.
Obviously, you said you don't like horror movies previously. Also, you said
I've
you've
seen a few
become
now.
better now. Yeah, you've seen a
Mm-hmm.
few now. Is there like a sort of genre that you do prefer?
I don't know. That's a difficult one. I mean, not comedy and not romance. Maybe like I don't know, like action or science fiction, fantasy, probably fantasy. I like different stuff.
Fair.
Animated stuff as well, of course.
If
Depends.
you had to name like your top five, then your top five movies that you sort of, if you think about your top five movies that you would love to watch on repeat, for example, what would be the top five for you?
Oh God, put me on the spot here. I mean, I love
It's like
Studio
metal's not going to be safe.
Yeah, I put my spot. I wish I thought more about this. I love Studio Ghibli. I mean, my favorite movie is probably Spirited Away. If you've seen it, I don't know if you have or
No.
you haven't or you've heard of it. It's I'll try and like summarize it. It's about like a 8-year-old girl. Her parents go into like this town, and they end up getting turned into pigs because they eat some food that's left out. And it's like a spiritual town, so they got cursed. So then she's stuck in this world and just try and get her parents back. But I saw that when I was like 8 years old, and it was quite had a big influence on me. And just like I think anime films in general and like films from the East can really touch on things that other writers are a bit scared to talk about.
Hmm.
So a big fan of like Studio Ghibli. In general, I think it's great. I mean, my favorite like movie I saw recently was Midsummer, which I think is classed as a horror movie. I don't know if you've heard of that either.
Yeah.
I've heard of that one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a girl goes to Sweden during midsummer, and it's like kind of like about a cult and stuff. But it was quite. I enjoyed that one a lot. That's quite interesting. I mean, my favorite Marvel movie is probably like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's fun. I think it's a bit different. I don't mind Marvel
Yeah.
movies, but that trilogy is really fun, and yeah, it keeps my interest the whole time. I did watch Lord of the Rings a few years ago. They're great, but they're very long. So they're very long movies. Uh, I don't know. It's difficult. I'm sure, like after we're done, I'll be like, oh, I should have said that movie. But it's a bit hard when you're like put on the spot.
Mm.
Yeah.
I know. I really liked Zootopia from Disney. I thought that was quite interesting for a Disney movie. Like it went in
Yeah.
depth with the whole society thing. I liked that. But no, yeah, different things. It's hard when,
I
off
was
the
gonna say
top of my
that's
head.
good. No, that's quite a good range, though. It's not like one specific genre you sort of named there. You've had, fantasy. You've had the obviously the horror. That's a good little range there. Metal. Do you have like a top five?
Yeah. I mean, like, the original Alien movie, best movie ever made, in my opinion. Then I'll say The Thing, the original. Again, another horror movie, one of the best movies ever made, especially for its time. If you
Yeah.
watch the behind the scenes of that movie, it's incredible how they've done it, especially for their time. It's absolutely incredible. Terminator. First Terminator. I love Terminator. Probably Battle Five Armies, The Hobbit. Especially the extended edition, because it's like 4 hours long. But like the end battle's amazing. Like if you watch it,
4 hours.
it's about 4 hours long. Right? But if you watch the extended edition, it's so much been cut out from the actual original. Like it's like the actual battle is like extended by about 15-20 minutes at the end. There's so much been cut out, but then again, it is 4 hours long, so it's more that you got to spend half a day watching it. But then, probably maybe Halloween. Like I've always like a massive Halloween fan, especially like the originals. Like the
Yeah.
remakes are not great. I mean, the Rob
No.
Zombie one wasn't too bad. The first Rob Zombie one wasn't too bad, but you can't beat the original Halloweens. They're so good.
Yeah. Good old Jamie Lee Curtis.
Because
Yeah.
I'm quite like an
And
old-fashioned movie sort of guy. I don't really like any sort of modern movies. I like all the 80s horror action movies, like your Arnie films and like your Stallone movies and all them. I'm like basically an old man in a young body at the moment. So
They're very
yeah.
charming. Like I have
mm,
seen a few. Like so Alien. I've seen Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Chucky, and they're very. It feels less like about the industry, about the money. It's more about like the passion and making
yeah,
something fun and
100%.
creative and funny. And I've always preferred practical effects to CGI
Mm,
personally. I
Oh
think
yeah.
CGI can be good, but practical just works much better. It's easier for the actors as well, of course.
yeah,
So yeah,
like the thing, like the actual like well, there's no CGI. It's all handmade. Everything was handmade. And like, if you watch the behind the scenes, it's amazing how they done it. It's a lot of bubble gum. They use bubble gum to do a lot of the actual a lot of the scenes. It's so good. And then they done the prequel one. They made all like the prosthetics, everything, but CG over the top of it. So they sort of wasted their time with the prequel one because it's
Yeah.
more modern. But yeah, I always loved like say the
yeah,
charm of the older movies because it's more passion, more work put in.
yeah.
Now it's all CGI. So
Yeah. There's some movies use way too much. Like
mm,
Marvel can really overdo the
Yeah.
CGI. It can be kind of cool when they do a mix, like do CGI and like actual. Example I can think of if you've seen Wednesday or not. It's a very popular
On on
Netflix show.
Netflix.
So yes, so there's a hand from the
Yeah.
the Adams family. Well, it's a real hand, but they've like green screened the rest of the arm. But it's a real hand. I really
mm,
like that. So they've kind of used a mix to make it work, so you don't see the guy. But he's like a magician, and he's really good with his hand. It just looks so much better than if you did a CGI hand. Honestly.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, completely agree. For me, Alien or Alien 2, I love those films. They're great. Thing as well, completely agree with you, Metal. I do love Django Unchained. I think the story, the casting, the writing, the scenery, I think that's phenomenal. I do love Back to the Future. I'm a massive Back to the Future fan. Um, a guilty pleasure, I would probably say, just for nostalgia, probably Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Um, I think that's good. And is that five? Have I just named five? I can't even remember.
I got I wouldn't
The
count them.
Alien thing. Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't carrying in. I just realised, Mel, we're wearing the exact same T-shirt.
Oh no, I did
mate.
notice that right at the
literally
beginning.
just-
Oh my! I didn't
Yeah.
even see that.
Yeah, I noticed it right at the
Oh
beginning.
no,
That's
we're
what I was.
clashing,
What
mate.
is it?
It's Pantera, the metal band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice.
noticed it right at the beginning. I didn't want to say anything.
I didn't notice it initially until then.
Yeah, I did notice it. That's why I
Oh,
sort of like been like that with the mic, trying to hide it. So it wasn't planned.
oh, you know.
You know.
Oh, mate, you know what? You're gonna have to see. You know what? I'll take the brunt. You can CGI a T-shirt on me, mate. That's fine. Oh,
I've
jeez.
never actually seen The Thing, by the way. You guys have both seen The Thing. So what is it? I
Phenomenal.
guess it's good.
Honestly,
phenomenal.
one of the best horror movies ever made, like without a doubt. It was
It's old,
made
It is old. It was in the 80s, wasn't it?
1984, I believe. I could be wrong, but it's in the 80s, and it's Kurt Russell.
82.
Oh, 82, so it's old and
Yeah.
and honestly,
Yeah,
it's just so good. The atmosphere is brilliant. It completely makes the film. That's how they should make horror movies. It's the atmosphere it creates, and like, it's just phenomenal. And it's always, if you haven't seen it, like, I wish I could watch it for the first time, because obviously I don't want to spoil too much. But you really got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Really got to pay
Okay.
attention, because obviously I
But
don't want
if
to
you
say too
it in
much.
DVD,
If it comes to
can it be
DVD,
added to DVD? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it could definitely.
Yeah, okay.
It could
Yeah.
definitely could. I don't know how they do it, but it can definitely be a very interesting killer.
He's getting excited.
I know, like,
Yeah, he's like, what do you know, Lynxi? No, I don't.
But yeah, if you ain't ever watched it, I do recommend watching it because it is phenomenal. Especially like you said, like all the prosthetics, all handmade, everything's all hand done in the 80s, and it beats all the horror movies to this day, basically.
Looks good, looks real, and those people that make those like props, they're so talented.
Oh yeah,
It
100%.
looks really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a question, but I need to find the comment. So Metal had a massive go at me for this. Let me see if I can just bring it up quickly.
Oh, it's what I think it is.
It is, because I want to confirm if anyone else has ever heard or seen of this movie. I can't remember what it's called, but obviously, Metal, you know it, don't you?
Yeah, Tango and Cash.
Have you ever heard or seen that film?
I need to Google it. I've not heard of it, but I'm
It's
a
Kurt
very
Russell.
visual person.
Yeah, it's Kurt Russell and
Tango?
Tango and Cash. It's Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. They play cops.
I bet my dad's
Never
watched
heard of it.
I can't believe
My dad's watched it.
like I used to love
Is it
that
good?
movie. Yeah, I used to like.
Yeah.
It's just like they play two cops basically. It's just like a cheesy action movie, Kurt Russell and Stallone, and it's just like obviously over the top. It's just funny. It's got its funny moments, and yeah, like I used to watch it with VHS. Like, showing my age a little bit back in the day. But a lot of people these days don't know what VHS is, so.
I watched VHSs as a kid.
Yeah.
I had a little VHS TV combo thing.
And you had to use a pencil or a pen to rewind the tape, so it was no.
Oh my
Yeah.
days. That was
And they have like ads
horrible.
on them, and you had to
Yeah.
like watch like for movies that have all ads of other movies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just as
The
like
good old days, right?
yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, the golden days.
But it's just like a little
Yeah.
funny, cheesy action movie from I'm pretty sure it's the 80s again with Stallone. And I used to love it. I do recommend watching it because it's good.
Cool.
me and you, Metal, are gonna have to set up a date. We'll have some popcorn. We'll watch it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any sort of further questions. Metal, do you have anything to add?
No.
No. Do you have any questions for us, Lynxi?
I don't know. What? When did you both stop playing DBD? You said it was a
I'm
while
still
ago, right?
playing it. I'm still.
No, I
playing
mean, when
it.
did you start? What? Yeah.
Oh. I started, fully started when Pyramid Head got released. I played it when it first got released on Xbox. Didn't understand it, I put it away. But when I heard Pyramid Head got released, that's when I started playing it.
Yeah, like properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Metal?
I'm trying to
When did you
think. Like,
start?
so I can remember it was free on PlayStation years ago. And like, I thought, you know what? Can't know, I'll try it. I think it was around when Freddy. 'Cause I can always remember
Oh, wow,
every game was Freddy I was going against. because at the
That was a
time
long time ago,
yeah,
man.
like because I didn't really take it
Yeah.
seriously at all. Because I really didn't know. I can remember the first time I ever went on Hook. Obviously, it says take a chance to escape, and I kept doing it, and I kept wondering where I kept dying, and I kept doing it though. That's the thing. I kept doing it and doing it and doing it, wondering why do I keep
Everyone's
dying?
done that.
Yeah, like why do I keep
Yeah, it's like,
dying?
why?
Then I went and I
Yeah.
realised Michael was a killer. Obviously, being a big Halloween fan, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try a killer, and didn't know what I was doing. I was just running around with Michael Myers, and yeah, ever since then, from that point, I went for a killer main, like for over 3,000 hours,
Yeah.
is all playing killer pretty much. So I went from
Cool.
Michael, realised how bad he was. Then I played clown. Then eventually come 100 main for like 2,000 plus hours.
Yeah, cool. How long do you think you guys? How long do you think DBD will be around for? Like, do you think 3, 5, 10, 20? Like, how do you think?
Personally, for me, I think I would give it maximum 5 years, minimum 3.
Okay.
Personally,
Okay.
for me, anyway.
See, it
Well, they're
depends.
working. No, carry on. Yeah.
It depends. That like with obviously this new anti-tunneling thing coming into the game. Like, that's my biggest worry. I don't really play the game much anymore, but my biggest worry is this anti-tunneling thing. Like, are they going to completely kill the role of killer? Like, if they do, obviously the game's going to just go. But hopefully it don't. Hopefully it lasts. I hope for at least another 3 to 4 years. Even though I don't play the game, but it still holds a special place for me because a lot of goods come from that game for me. So I'm just hoping that anti-tunneling thing. Yeah, that's how we met through Dead or Daylight. That's how our romance started.
Cool. I kind I kind of agree. Like at least 3 years, probably 5, maybe 7. I mean, their goal is 7 years. Their current outlook is 7 years that they're gonna work and look into and work for. Like they said, mid range, so not short term, not long term, like medium,
Yeah.
medium term. So about 7 years. They're working into like 2027, which is what 2 years away. At the moment, so they have a plan. I think as long as they keep adding stuff, which they're very good at being consistent, and they keep getting iconic characters. I mean, as long as people keep playing the game and buying stuff, but they have said when the game does die, they're gonna make it mod the game. So then, like modders will probably keep the game alive. Like I don't think DVD will ever truly die. It's always gonna have like this player, like a dedicated player base, especially if modders like actually add stuff. But it's yeah, and there's nothing else like DVD. Things I've tried and they just don't. I really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but then the devs just messed it up. Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see. But they keep upping themselves and doing really good, so I'm feeling good at least for the next few years. I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. I don't want to see this game die. Like you said, Mel. Like for me and DBD, it's a love-hate relationship, and I keep coming back. And I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the downfall of DBD, but I do want to see it improve. Which is why, which obviously, when you mentioned Lynxi, then but the lifespan, it just jogged some question into my head. With obviously they did this thing where a lot of people have said it's like Operation Health, where they were going to mainly focus on the improvements. So when I saw the roadmap and I saw the amount of DLC that was going to be released for DBD, it took me by surprise. I thought, how can you mainly focus on the improvements but still manage to get all of this content released as well? Um, would you prefer more content to be released, or the same amount anyway? Or would you prefer maybe a slight delay in content and mainly focus on the improvement and the quality of life for the game?
Yeah. I think like a killer 3 times a year is fine. I think a lot of people agree with that. We don't need like they definitely make more money from skins than killers. I would imagine a skin
Oh
is
yeah.
3 times double the amount of a killer, and you buy multiple of them. It's not like they need to add killers to make money, and I think a lot of the player base would rather they do other stuff than just new killer, especially when it's licensed. I like licensed stuff, but a lot of players can't people can't afford it. Not everybody can keep buying the licensed stuff. So yeah, just be nice to spread it out a little bit more for sure. Or make a DVD too, which I don't know if that will ever happen, but that's like how you really make the game last a very long time if
Yeah.
you completely modernize it and change things up, make things that are not possible now possible in another game.
Yeah. Because
Mm.
I prefer it when they do their own concepts of killers. Like for me, the unknown, the marketing on that was phenomenal. I loved the trailer for it. I thought it was brilliant. I like the concept of unknown. He's a really strong killer. He's not overly powerful, but he's definitely not weak, in my opinion. I would like to see more the creative side of behavior, rather than licensed killer personally, because there's only so many licenses you can really bring in before it starts getting a bit silly.
Yeah.
Like I was quite surprised with the Witcher. I was really surprised about
Yeah.
that, to be
Yeah, it was
honest.
pretty random.
Yeah.
It's
And
yeah.
like Nick Cage as well. I thought that was really random.
Yeah, they are adding a lot of stuff, but it sells and they keep adding stuff. I think they sign most like for 5 years, so maybe that's also why they try and get them all close together. I don't know. I think like when DVD starts keeps losing licenses, that's where it's kind of gonna start going downhill. Obviously, we lost
Yeah.
Pinhead, but if they don't keep renewing them and then like slowly, because a lot of the roster is licensed. If they lost all the licenses, it cuts in half or a third. Like a third of it would be gone. So yeah, I think that could be a bit of a concern later on, but only
Yeah.
time will tell, right? They make a lot of money. They have a lot, so see what
Yeah.
we can do. Mm.
Yeah. We can only hope for the best.
Yeah, but
Right.
I got
Well,
something good.
I
Yeah.
yeah. Have you got anything else to add, Lynxi?
No, but are you guys gonna try Twins now?
Well, you
Because
know
I mean, you
what?
got you got to give it one go.
I got, you know what? I will dedicate a stream to
Oh
play
wow.
as twins. Yeah, you know what? I'll make that promise and I'll do that tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow
Oh my
just as
goodness.
twins.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
I will say Lynxy forced me to play as twins.
And if you hate them, no refund. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Oh.
um, but honestly, Lynxy, thank you ever so much for hopping on. I've had a great time. I
Yeah,
hope you
thank you for
have
having me.
too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Um, but yeah, obviously, if you haven't already, please consider dropping a follow to Lynxy over on Twitch. What days are you normally live, Lynxy?
Monday to Friday,
Monday
like
to Friday.
1 p.m. Europe time, 12 English time. Yeah,
Perfect.
daytime streamer.
Yeah, daytime stream. Nice,
Yeah,
nice. You know what? I must say, daytime streaming compared to like evening streams is the difference. Mind the pun. It is the differences between night and day. It's great. I much prefer daytime streaming.
pretty
Um,
chill.
yeah. But yeah, obviously we will post Lynxie's channel in the YouTube description. So please consider dropping links to your follow. But yeah, until then, take care, look after yourself, and we'll catch you all on the next one. Toodles.
Toodles.
Doodles.